We're back with another One Piece TCG locals update. This time we were using purple blank Luffy, and man, this is like literally top 10 worst tournament experience I've ever had in my life. It was just agonizing pain. I've been using this new build that I've seen. It got second place at like the Paris regionals or something like that. The other day, I decided to try it out. I've been trying out a little bit on the sim. It's actually been pretty fun. I've been liking the list. Unfortunately, I fought a bunch of Bondies that drew like some of their best hands possible. So good. They even remarked, "Oh wow, I drew actually goaded." Yeah, I faced two different Bondies. It was a slower locals this time around. Only around like 8 players in total. And there was three Bondies. Three out of the 8 players were Bonnie, and I faced the wrong one, man. Like, come on, dude. So yeah, they kind of drew goaded my first opponent. They had double Hody Jones. They didn't play both Hody Jones, but they discarded one off of an effect. That means they already had one in their hand. So I was anticipating that the whole entire time because there's no way you're pitching a Hody Jones in a purple blank Luffy or any kind of Luffy purple Luffy matchup. And then they had like double carrots to lock me down. So I just couldn't. I had to summon two different of the beer Luffy's. I had a third one, but I sent it to the bottom of the deck because I was just like, I sure they won't need a third one, but they drew their second carrot. So I just couldn't play the game. I just couldn't play the game. They had a Cavendish, so I couldn't remove the Cavendish. Had a bunch of blockers. Couldn't find I still almost won, but I couldn't find the blocker chopper that arrested the Don, so I could have arrested the Bonnie Don. It was just so terrible. Then the second game, that was the one I won. I went 1-2. That one was versus Blackbeard. However, they kind of cheated. I didn't press the issue because they started off the tournament using Yamato, and then by the time I faced them, they switched to Blackbeard. I was like, huh? I even went back to their previous opponents. Like, that was a Yamato play, right? There, yeah. And I was like, okay, they're playing Blackbeard now, or whatever. But I felt like, Blackbeard's slightly better matchup than Yamato. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna press the issue, and I ended up winning. They're sort of new to the game, or like they're not as good. So I was just like, whatever, dude. And then, but the last game was versus another Bayern. They drew absolutely goaded. They had, this one's not like a goaded pull, but they had 3 of the Capone blockers, so I couldn't break through their freaking wall. They just dropped down the 8-cost kid. I did find the choppers in that matchup, but it wasn't relevant in this case because I needed really, which is the prime thing for taking down kid, is the Brook that they added, down -2, -2k to do different characters on the board. Couldn't find that Brook after a bunch of searching. I did find Sonic, because the other person asked me to see my list. They organized my deck, so now my deck was organized, and I was like, okay, this is terrible. But yeah, that's the locals update. This was such a terrible locals, dude.